Wow, wow. It is over. It is over. It is over. It is over. Ryan Garcia stops Luke Campbell in the 7th round by a nice, mean, vicious body shot. Man, what was that? I think that was a left hook to the body, Canelo style. My goodness. But this is after Ryan Garcia being knocked down for the first time. Look at him and Canelo Alverez celebrating together, man. Canelo is in the ring right now celebrating with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, very emotional, put in a very performance where he had to dig deep, man. Super deep. This was the test of Ryan Garcia, man. The whole theme of this fight tonight, man, is everybody. We was learning. We was learning about the kid, y'all. We was learning about Ryan Garcia. I learned a hell of a lot. I don't know about y'all, man. I learned a hell of a lot. Salute to all the fam that slide on through, man. Thumbs up as your pull up, man. Thumbs up as your pull up. I learned a lot, fam. I learned a lot. Garcia got him. He got him, shorty. That body shot, man. He pulled that one from deep. He had to dig deep and pull it out, man. He pulled it from deep, man. He did it, Slim. I thought he was going to drown. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure for a minute, man. We had Ryan Garcia get knocked down, man, in the 2nd round, y'all. Man, Luke Campbell, man, gave him a lot of problems being a southpaw tonight. You see the footwork of Ryan Garcia wasn't all the way there. Clearly, he had some footwork issues tonight, but shorty, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the dog level in Ryan Garcia, with his ability to take a licking and keep on ticking, not giving up, figuring it out. Still has some rusty edges in that win, and maybe that, you know, is due to the fact of what Luke Campbell was trying to do. But Slim, he did it. He pulled it out. Salute equal foundation. He pulled it out, fam. Tyrone, he pulled it out. Is Ryan Garcia using the same meat that Canelo used? Go ahead, man. He was real reminiscent of Canelo up in there tonight. Y'all see him and Eddie Reynoso working together, man, and you can see he gave him a lot of that same flavor he be trying to get Canelo Alverez. You know what I'm saying? He pulled it out, light lit up. What's up, fam? What's up? Keep that boy away from Tank all day. We gonna get there. We definitely going to get there. I'm trying to check up on some of these replays real quick, man. Hopefully they can give me a replay of the knockdown, man. Look, it was an emotional finish, man. This is the stuff that you know you need to sell storylines and to make big future fights. Dramatic, theatrical finishes like this. I know a lot of y'all by like round 4 and round 5, y'all was questioning this kid. Is he the real deal? He ain't this, he ain't that. Yo, man, every fighter got to go through that test. This is a certified opponent. You know what I'm saying? Luke Campbell is a certified opponent, man. Olympic gold medalist. Y'all can say what y'all want about, you know, Tank and everything like that. They were fighting smaller fighters, and, yo, this was a certified threat of an opponent. You know, Luke Campbell might have lost to Vasil Lomachenko, and he might have lost to Jorge Linares, but he tough. And he got stopped tonight with a body shot. Looked like he hit that man like Thanos in that joint tonight, bro. Ended it with a body shot, man. That ain't easy for young Ryan. We got a lot of answers tonight, man. Real spill. What's up, Zeno? Nice KG shot from Ryan. I had Campbell ahead. Damn shame he got caught, man. Yeah, it was a close fight on my scorecards. I gave Ryan Garcia round 1. Of course, losing round 2. Ryan Garcia round 3. Luke Campbell round 4. 5 and 6 going to Ryan Garcia. Then the stoppage came in the 7th. Bro, it was a good fight. And I was like, yo, I'm looking in rounds. We in round 5 and 6. And I say, Ryan breathing kind of hard. Yo, how is he going to finish this fight? And he surprised me, man. We learned a lot. What's up, man? What's up with you, Zeno, man? Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, man. Damn, if I see another fighter take a knee, that's them UK fighters, man, another Golden Boy fighter, or another GB fighter take a knee. You know what I'm saying? Knees everywhere, bro. That was a thunderous body shot. He knocked the wind out that man, bro. That man couldn't breathe. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't inhale or exhale, man. Salute, man in the chat. Happy New Year. Do you think Ryan Garcia answered some questions? That left hook to the body was disguised beautifully. Yeah, I think he answered a lot of questions for me, man. Let me tell you straight like this, man. What we seen in there tonight was Luke Campbell looking to be a counterpuncher, right? You see, he was trying to size Ryan Garcia up with that left hand. He was landing and having success, throwing it straight and throwing it looping. But the thing was, he wasn't doing it being a counterpuncher. He was doing it by leading off because Ryan Garcia, with his bad footwork, was lining himself up with the left hand every time, trying to put himself into position to line them shots. He was putting himself in the line of fire, straight left hand. And I'm like, yo, why does he keep literally putting himself in the line of fire, not using the jab, not really using his abilities that we know he got, his explosiveness? He's trying to get right within range, do that Canelo thing. Canelo is much better with that upper body movement and getting up under punches, but he's steadily trying to do that Canelo thing and take that little step like Canelo be doing. His foot was all jiggly. It was his knee. He was standing straight up. He looked stiff. It didn't look natural to him, and he was putting himself in the line of fire. And that's how Luke Campbell was having all that success with that left hand. But Luke was trying to be a counterpuncher. He was trying to be good at something he ain't really good at. I told people going into this fight, he's not that good of a counterpuncher. The threat of him being a counterpuncher was never really existed in his previous fights. And in the nice fight, he tried to be that. And Slim, Ryan caught on to it. You know, he wasn't good enough at being a counterpuncher because he fell back into that retreat mode. Plus, Ryan was working him. Them explosive shots, Ryan started working them. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. But Ryan was straight up. He needs some work with southpaws. I was wondering going into this fight, why wasn't he fighting? His previous opponents were not southpaws. And I was like, I hope he was working with southpaws in his training camp because he going to need that. His foot placement tonight y'all see that, man? That was his issue. And he was just so busy on trying to get forward and get within range to knock this dude out where he was just doing a lot of mistakes, man. A lot of mistakes, and he should have wore down Luke Campbell a lot more before he felt that confident to stand in the line of fire. He didn't even start weighing him down early on. He immediately started putting himself in the line of fire. I mean, I was just like, damn. So we'll see, man. Yeah, man. But it was an explosive fight, theatrical finish, man. The body shot, bro. The fact that Ryan Garcia stood in there, he didn't quit. I know a lot of us, like I said, we were wondering. I was wondering, was his power going to be good enough to finish this guy? Or because I knew he was explosive enough to put volume punching on him down the stretch. I knew he can maybe get himself back into the fight if he just throw a lot of punches and stay on top of Luke. But I was like, man, does he have the power to actually continuously hurt Luke? And then the answer for me came at the end of round 5. At the end of round 5, he hit Luke Campbell with a left hook right at the bell that stunned Luke. And I was like, okay, he carrying that power. He still got that hurt in his punches. And then he came out in round 6 and he jumped on Luke. And I was like, yo. And he threw a lot of punches on Luke, but he didn't get him out of there. He didn't put him away. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't know if that power going to hold up, y'all. And I just don't. Then I thought he depleted himself. But then come out in round 7. After working Luke that whole round 6, and he come out with that body shot, still keeping that power, still digging deep, and he finished Luke Campbell with that body shot, man. Luke was already kind of done after round 6. Luke's fight in him was getting beat out of him by Ryan, slowly but surely through Ryan's explosive. Ryan was staying on top of him, and it was smart because Luke didn't have that. He don't have that thing in him to go that extra mile. We ain't never seen that from no Luke Campbell. Go that extra. He hangs in there in fights, in boxing matches when they become boxing matches. But we ain't seen nobody constantly down that stretch put it on Luke and Luke hang in it. Luke got put out of there tonight. First fighter to put him out of there. That's going to be a big deal for Ryan Garcia. Telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, man. If Tank would hit Ryan with that shot, Ryan would leave his chin in the air, man. Tank, it's that time now. I'm going to tell y'all, dog, like, a lot of flaws in there before you put Ryan Garcia in there and Tank. Oscar got a lot of thinking to do. Do you really want to go down this road, Oscar? Do you really want to go down this Tank road? For real. Because, like you said, bro, with that stiffness of Ryan Garcia, maybe it could have been nerve. I don't know if he was nerves, but he looked so stiff. I don't know if it was the threat of fighting a southpaw, but standing straight up like that, locking his knees the way he was doing. Not putting that hunch, getting up under punch. I mean, he was straight up. That's uppercut central. That's uppercut central from Gervonta Tank Davis. And Gervonta put hurt in all his punches. I'm telling you, it don't take that much beating from Gervonta Davis like he had to put on. Well, then again, Gamboa withstood a lot of punches from Tank. Tank got him out of there and towards the end. He withstood a lot of damage, but but still, at the end of the day, I don't see Tank having to put as much damage on him. If that was Luke Campbell and Tank in it tonight, and he took that much punches from Tank, It wouldn't have lasted that long. No way near. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere near. Standing straight up like that, locking your legs, dog, that's going to be a concern. That's going to be a concern. Garcia is stiff as hell, say Akuma's deception. Facts. I mean, I'm telling you, the fact that he was in there with a southpaw tonight played a major issue. And Luke is not the greatest southpaw. And then he just fought a bad strategy. He should have more so stayed on top of Ryan. Kept leading off on Ryan. He kept allowing Ryan to come back him up and lead off and throw those hard combinations on him. Eventually, Ryan started getting that left hook, sneaking it in there, and that right hand started landing also. And he just was allowing Ryan to start teeing off on him. And that's what Luke normally does. When he starts to go in that retreat mode, he allows his opponents to get off on him. And he wants to then play the get back game. No, he don't swing in the middle of punches. The threat of the counter shot never exists with Luke Campbell. He tried it tonight. He looked sloppy doing it when he was trying to counter. He was having success when Ryan was making the dumb mistakes, lining himself up. That left hand was coming straight down the pike. I'm like, you're putting yourself right in danger. And then he trying to do that Canelo thing. Y'all know how that Canelo mastered that thing, where he keeps that high guard up and he be, measuring you with that jab just to get right within range to land those vicious body shots like Ryan did tonight. I mean, maybe Ryan tried something new, because that's I've never seen him in that fashion. I see him, but we're normally used to seeing Ryan in control of fights, never usually put under pressure. Well, tonight we seen him put under pressure. He got knocked on his ass, and he didn't give up. He didn't give up. He didn't give up. I'm telling you, man. I think they should slow him down. If you ask me, if you ask me, if you feed that kid right now in the tank, that's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I like to see him and Devin, though. I think him and Devin would be real interesting, to be honest with you, with the styles they got. And if Devin cannot hurt Ryan Garcia, him and Devin would be real interesting. But Tank, I see Tank dropping Ryan, man, to the body at that. Too tall, standing up too stiff like that. And I think he'll be extremely nervous standing in front of a hard puncher like Tank. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. What's up, Breeze? What's going on, man? True, man. Chris Colbert. You said he and Chris Colbert 50-50. Him and Chris Colbert 50-50? I can see that. That'd be a good fight. That's about a 50-50 fight. They got the same similar skill sets, bro. I like to see that, man. Bro, I'm telling you right now, man. I don't know how fast they're going to push towards this Tank fight. I know Eddie Hearn was, bro, when he seen Luke Campbell knock down Ryan tonight, bro, he probably was smiling from ear to ear. You know what I'm saying? From ear to ear. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Shakur might be better than all of them. Man, I think Shakur would have destroyed Luke Campbell in there tonight. You know what I'm saying? I know it would have been a little bit of a size difference, but yeah, man, Shakur got to still get that one that we see. Dog, these are step-up fights. Y'all got to understand something too, man, why we can't be overly critical of these type of fights. These are young fighters. These are very young fighters that are just really finding their way. No matter how much of the hype a lot of people kind of buy into, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people buy into a lot of the hype with these fighters, but these are very young fighters. Tank, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, they talk a good game. They get you hyped up on social media to make you believe something. But these are young fighters that's really just getting their footing. And that's why I say tonight, Ryan's fight tonight actually was, I'm impressed. I leave impressed with Ryan Garcia. I'm not going to be overly critical. He's a kid, man. He's 22 years old. He got in there with an Olympic gold medalist, a full-fledged 135-pounder, not a guy that's coming up who just came up a fight ago, a dude who just got to cut weight, who's on his way up, got to cut weight. No, this was a certified 135-pounder who was on his last legs. Luke Campbell was a two-time loser. You know what I mean? Like, dog, this was everything tonight. You know what I mean? This would have put him in position to get a world title. He was hungry, I'm sure. Terrible game plan, especially for his skill set. He is not a counterpuncher, but he's trying to sit back and lure Ryan into the straight left. No, you was having success leading off with that straight left. Bow. Looping that straight, that left. Bow. That's where he was having success. Not waiting for Ryan to Ryan is too explosive for that. Too explosive. And like I say, Ryan is much better counterpuncher. That shot that I'm talking about that Ryan landed at the end of the 5th round, that was a punch between that was a counter shot that he landed between Luke Campbell's punches. Stunned him, bang. You know what I'm saying? The round ended. I seen him turn his back. I thought he was on his way out. I said, and that's why Ryan came out in that 6th round and jumped immediately on him, because that joint had some pep on it. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm impressed with this kid tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm impressed with the kid, man. Y'all, I see everybody in the chat like Tank whoops Ryan Garcia. Hey, right now, I just think that a lot of things we seen in there tonight, Tank can take advantage of. The stiffness, the bumbling of the leg. It's almost like he's still kind of he's learning something new on the job with Eddie Reynoso, clearly. I mean, he just got with Eddie Reynoso not long ago. So he's clearly learning things on the job. And he tried to execute some of those things. Now, that was very Canelo-esque. Very Canelo-esque what he did in it. I mean, stylistically wise. And or trying to accomplish that. Canelo, like I said, is a master of the style. That's what he does. His upper body movement is made for that style. He can come in tight. He can get up under punches and then counter with those body shots the way he liked to do. Ryan tried that tonight. Sloppy with it. Lined himself up in the line of fire too much. And I think people are going to be critical. I think I'm impressed with I'm always impressed with a fighter when they get knocked down and get back up, dog. Y'all be all here trying to be critical. Oh, he got caught. This is a fight. 22-year-old kid trying to find his way. You know what I mean? If anything, after this is going to make him a better fighter. Y'all ain't even seeing it. He's been tested. And he answered questions. And he didn't go away. Now, some will say if the class was a little higher tonight, yes, you see where Ryan Garcia is at. He is not super duper elite. But when you put him in there with the rest of the youngsters, I mean, clearly, let me ask y'all this. I can't even say in Gamboa. Has Devin Haney fought anybody as good as Luke Campbell? Riddle me that. Do y'all think Devin Haney's fought anyone as good as Luke Campbell? You know what I'm saying? Like a certified 135 pounder like that. Tank Davis at the class, he fought Gamboa, right? Gamboa, he brought him up in weight. Can we say that Tank is for anyone at the class at 135 that's better than Luke Campbell? I don't think so, especially in the Gamboa situation, how he did Gamboa. I mean, you got to really look at that. When people drill down on this and you line this Luke Campbell win up, and especially when you say that Luke has never been stopped, you line this up, champ, with the rest of what everybody actually has done, other than Teofimo Lopez, because he's the one with the most certified win, of course, with Lomachenko. But everybody else, when you really line this up with Tank and Devin and done at the class and any other fighter, you're going to say, well, you know what? This ain't that bad. It compares on their resume. Just look at it. And that's what I'm impressed with. And he's 22 years old. Got knocked down, got up, got on his feet, and kept on fighting, man. I'm more impressed with that. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Ryan is straight up and pulls straight back, but it's good for boxing because he looks vulnerable. Yeah, they're going to all see him as food, champ. They're going to all see him as food. I see Devin making the call-outs. I see Tank, man, on his line heavy. Let's do this now. You know what I'm saying? I see them on the line heavy. You know what I mean? I see everybody trying to get Ryan. You know, but I mean, I'm wondering how strong his star power is, man. And you know what, man? I've been looking at a lot of things and people who've been, like a lot of even of the big channels, and think, is Ryan really that big of a star, or is it a lot of hype there? I'm wondering how big of a star. Looking at the crowd in there tonight, how big of a star really is Ryan Garcia? I'm wondering. I'm really wondering. I know he's a social media star, but one of his criticisms have been his social media followers. Are they translating to buys and people at the fights and stuff like that? Or is it just a good thing because they like his pitches? And I'm wondering. I'm really wondering. I'm a reserve judgment on that right now. How really big of a star it is Ryan Garcia, or how much hype is really behind. It's a lot of hype here. I don't know. He's known. He's a little star on social media or whatever like that. But I don't know. You can buy a lot of social media for. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm too sure about that popularity. You know what I mean? Without defense, he won't be at the top of 135. Chin down and move your head a little. Yeah, and I'm wondering what happens if he encounters an elite southpaw, bro. Like, is that footwork gonna get much better? But yeah, he was very stiff. It all goes back to his footwork. I mean, if he was to go in there and fight an orthodox fighter, will we still see footwork problems like that? I've never seen him that hesitant. I ain't never seen him have bad foot placement just that bad and putting himself in danger that bad. It's almost as if he was working hard to try to do something else while he was just making himself very vulnerable. Like he was trying his best to do exactly how Canelo do it, and Reynoso taught him to get right in that position, but he was just lining his head up with a straight left hand. And I don't know if they underestimated the power of Luke. Luke got 20 wins and 16 KOs. He is not a weak puncher. Not a weak puncher. But he doesn't have nearly as much, I guess, dog in him as Ryan Garcia, man. Real spill. Thumbs up for the family, man. Thumbs up for the family. Thumbs up as your pull up. If you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Mainman Mademan. We a fam over here, man. We talk this boxing. We keep it 100 all times, man. Subscribe and hit that bell icon, man. Rock with the homie, man. All day. All day. Muhammad told it, man. If Ryan Garcia doesn't fight Tank Davis or Devin Haney next, it will be a bad look for him. He was asking for a seat at the big boys table, and he got it. So it's time to play. He was asking for it. I mean, this is what Oscar's going to have to be faced with. This, hey, look, man, Ryan Garcia is going to have to be everything to Oscar right now. Everything. Is Oscar going to risk that? He lost Canelo Alverez. You got Ryan Garcia, Virgil Ortiz, Jaime Munguia. That is the fighters right now that I believe that Golden Boy is perhaps depending on the most. And Ryan is leading the charge. Is he ready to put him in the line of fire with Tank? But truth be told, it would be a big event. You know what I'm saying? And even, let's just say, right, if he lost to Tank, let's just say he did. It ain't going to really hurt his career. I mean, if it's a valiant effort, if they do a rematch or a trip, you know, if he puts in a valiant effort, it ain't going to hurt him really going. He's still young. He's very young. It ain't going to hurt. He got a long career ahead of him. It ain't going to hurt him going forward. So who knows? Maybe Oscar's ready to take that chance, man. Even though he see flaws tonight in Ryan Garcia. And I know he's going to be concerned if Luke Campbell can put Ryan Garcia down. What can Gervonta Tank Davis do? What can that uppercut do to Ryan Garcia, who's standing straight up like that? I don't know, man. I like I say, dog, I don't know. Oscar got some thinking to do. He got some thinking to do, fam. He got some thinking. Napoleon, what's up with you, man? What's going on? Salute to the family. Napoleon Armstrong in the building. What's up with you, man? What's good? Not ready for Tank, but make the fight already. It'll be a good event. And like I told folks, man, I want to see Oscar De La Hoya versus Floyd Mayweather on the card, dog. Let's just make it a whole event. Make it turned all the way up. Get some eyes on this thing. You want to make Ryan a star? There you go right there. Makes sense to me. Oscar, you want to get back in the ring and save your company? Go ahead and challenge Floyd. Make it a whole event. We all paying for that. I think everybody paying for that. You know what I'm saying? Right now. But right now, Oscar got some real hardcore thinking to do. And like I'm telling folks, not only is Oscar's got to also be wondering, he got to be thinking in the back of his mind, you hanging with Canelo, you hanging with Reynoso. They got to promote. They trying to form a promotional company. You know what I mean? Oscar gonna want that fight sooner than later, man. I gotta look at the post-fight press conferences. I usually play it during the fight, but I missed it this time. I mean, during the live stream, I missed it this time. So I gotta hear the post-fight interviews and see if Oscar's still gonna continue to, bang that drum of Gervonta Tank Davis, or they gonna go back to the original plan. Because I want people to remember something. Ryan Garcia's original plans was a 3-fight plan, right? It involved Luke Campbell, Jorge Linares, then Gervonta Tank Davis. Jorge Linares got sick with COVID-19, right? So that put him out of commission for a little bit. When he get back on his feet, here's the question. Is Ryan Garcia going to go back towards Jorge Linares, pump his brakes for a minute, go to Jorge Linares, and then go back and then go to Tank? Or should he go straight into that Tank fight right now? Cinco de Mayo, let's do it. What y'all think? Straight to the Tank fight for Cinco de Mayo? That makes sense. It makes sense if that's what y'all think. But I'm just asking, will they slow? I just wonder if Oscar going to think twice about it, bro, because seeing vulnerabilities in your star weight, you just lost your biggest star of your company in Canelo Alverez. You need Ryan Garcia right now, champ. It ain't even no secret. We can stop pretending and act like he don't know. He needs Ryan Garcia right now. Ryan knows he's in a position of power with Oscar De La Hoya right now. Matter of fact, Ryan should be walking around Golden Boy like I own this jump. I run this jump. Oscar, if Oscar say he's gonna make you the star and you the star that you claim to be, hey, Get what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder how Oscar feel about him hanging up under Canelo like that, man. Unofficial says, yo, man, Haney beats him too. I think him and Haney would be a good fight. I think him and Haney would be a good fight. I think that y'all, I think, don't get it twisted. I'm trying to reiterate on people. Y'all see him looking stiff in there tonight. Y'all see him looking straight up. I've never seen him look that flawed in the fight. Only tonight, because I think the southpaw was the key. Facing the South and him trying to implement new things taught to him by Eddie Reynoso, I think that was the key. I'm not expecting Ryan Garcia to look that stiff, that like the 10-man most fights. It's upper body movement. It's like he just didn't respect Luke Campbell, and I think he really wanted to get that stoppage tonight. He put himself in the line of fire. I've looked at a lot, man. We've looked at plenty of Ryan Garcia fights. Have y'all ever seen him make himself that vulnerable? He has much better defense than that, I would think, from what I've seen. From what I've seen. Not, I mean, come on, bro. Constantly put yourself in the way of a straight left. Constantly put yourself in the way of a looping left. He wanted that stoppage. He really wanted that stoppage. And like I said, and even when he got knocked down, because he put himself in harm's way before the knockdown in the second round, even when he got back up, he went right back into harm's way. It ain't changed. He ain't really switched the game plan up much post the knockdown in the second round. He didn't change it. He went right back into the line of fire and started exploding combination punching on Luke Campbell. And he knew eventually he was going to overwhelm him. I had questions. I was like, yo, is he gassing? Is he going to make it? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure. But I think him and Haney would be a damn good fight, fam. I think stylistically, without Haney having that power, Haney doesn't have that stoppage power. It'll come down to a chess match. I think it'll be with the explosiveness of young Ryan and with the fundamentally sound ability of Devin Haney. It'll be a good fight. It won't be. I don't know if the styles will mesh as good as, say, a Tank and Ryan. You know what I mean? Because I think those two styles might mess up better for the crowd. You know, I don't know as far as crowd stylistically and the crowd being pleased and this will be a big win for the networks and everyone would love it. I think it would be more Tank and Ryan. You dig? Especially with the backdrop of Floyd and Oscar in the background. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Napoleon say, yo, man, Luke never jumped on him. Matter of fact, he toned it down because that's what Luke do. When he go in that retreat mode, man, he start folding up. He just start folding. And that's what Ryan knew. If I continuously keep putting it on this dude, eventually he's going to fold. He's not a good counterpuncher. You're trying to keep your left hand was only good when I was putting myself right. You're not that good of a counterpuncher. His counterpunching was sloppy as hell. He was reaching, he was overreaching. He was more better when he was kind of putting it back on Ryan and trying to walk Ryan down behind that jab, trying to measure him with that jab and then line that straight left hand up. But whenever Ryan would have just explode on him, he just going there shelling up. He just going to that fold. He just start folding and retreating. And that's what I say, man. I was just wondering if Ryan's power was going to be good enough to stop him. I knew he can overwhelm him. I knew he can convince judges if I just keep punching this guy, if I just keep hitting him with combinations, eventually the guy's going to just shut up. And I can probably convince him. I thought he was going to go that route. But eventually he beat the fight out of Luke, man. I learned a lot about this kid tonight, man. I learned a lot about him. This guy's a superstar power and speed. Damn, they will have to go back to the gym and learn how to keep his jaw out the air. That's the thing he learned. He got to work on. That's going to be treacherous versus Tank Davis. Treacherous. Tank Davis got an uppercut from Hades. That thing ain't no joke. Treacherous, man. You know what I mean? So that's something. You know what? When Ryan get about 26, 27, though, 26, 27, if he continue with the skill set he got, work on the kinks, I'm telling you, man, if his power really, if he gets more stronger and more explosive at a higher weight class, I wonder how 140 Ryan Garcia going to form out. I really do. I wonder how a 140 Ryan Garcia going to form out. All these kids going to be at 140 soon. Shoot, it probably, matter of fact, before most of them fight each other, they probably ain't even gonna make it at 135. It might gonna end up being at 140. Be truth be told, you know, man. I know it's before Devin Haney gets his shot. It's gonna be 140 pounds. Garcia is explosive, no cap, very explosive. And see, in Devin Haney, he's a good counterpuncher. So that threat would loom on Ryan Garcia if he got in there with Devin. Devin will line Ryan ass up with a straight right. You know what I'm saying? You go in there reaching, you try to get over explosive. If you do what you did tonight against Luke Campbell, against a Devin Haney, Devin to have a field day with that. I do not see Ryan Garcia fighting Devin nowhere near like he fought Luke Campbell. He could not put himself constantly in the line of fire like that, looking to get in range. His upper body movement is too stiff. His chin is too high. He will be countered left and right by Devin Haney from angles. And he will, and then it'll be a Matador Bull situation. Eventually, Ryan will be trying, man, no way. He could not even nowhere near fight that way, and I wouldn't expect him to. And that's why I'm telling folks, when y'all see him bumbling and fumbling with the footwork, it had to be because he was the lack of preparation for a southpaw. The lack of preparation for a southpaw and trying new things from Eddie Reynoso Jr. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Yeah, Luke ain't have it in him to jump on him, man. Luke ain't built like that, dog. Luke is built to retreat. He want to be too fundamentally sound, slow to fight down. You know, a lot of UK fighters, they succeed when the fight is slowed down to a very slow pace. That's where they more comfortable at. Landing a shot here and there, used to hearing the crowd clapping, yeah, when one or two shots get through. Nah, bro, it don't work like that. That's what a lot of UK fighters are used to, that slower pace. And so when they get a fighter that's explosive, especially a volume puncher, it tends to be a problem. Prince Nassim, when he met Antonio Barrera, what do you think that was? That's what it was. They are not used to that pace of a fight. Marcos Antonio Barrera kicked the pace up 3 notches on Prince Nassim and kept coming the entire time, never stopped. You feel me? And that's what Ryan did tonight, bro. He kept that pace high the entire fight. He kept the intensity high the entire fight. And Luke folded. Luke folded and got folded with a body shot from Mississippi that landed in Maine. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Got folded. P. Newell, my brother. What's up, family? What's up? Happy New Year's to you, fam. Happy New Year's, fam. You say great fight, man. Theatrical ending, fam. I like fights like that. This is going to be part of the highlight reel. It's going to be part of Young Ryan's highlight reel right here, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of little dudes on, you know, because he's an internet dude, you know what I mean? He's a little social media dude. So it's going to be, I can see the Paul Jakes and Tank Davis and Devin making fun of him for getting dropped by Luke. You know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, they better watch it because people going to drill down on their resume and say, did y'all fight anybody at the caliber of a Luke Campbell at the class? Devin Haney, have you fought anybody the caliber of a Luke Campbell at the class? That's what people going to ask. So that's all I'm saying. If they jump out there, you got dropped by Luke in the second round. Dog, I mean, the question going to have to be asked. Let's look at your resume then. Who you fought, Tank? You fought Huey Orcus Gamboa. You brought him up in weight. First fight at the 35 class in what? Forever? You know what I'm saying? Like, you brought him up in weight. You know what I mean? You brought old man Gamboa up in weight. Then he had the Achilles thing and, the whole nine. So people going to start drilling down on that. I think Luke Campbell is a very credible win and possibly more credible, other than Teofimo Lopez, more credible than most at that weight class. You know what I'm saying? So I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed. You say no? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm impressed. Napoleon says, I thought Ryan's size would be a problem for Tank, but his jab is not official enough to keep Tank at bay. You don't think so? I think y'all just, hey, I'm just telling y'all, don't get this image of Ryan too locked into y'all mind from what y'all seen tonight, bro. Have y'all seen this version of Ryan that often? I haven't. I seen a better fighter, he's always been explosive, speedy. We had the questions about the power. The power is looking good, man. What is he? He's already on a 4-fight knockout streak. Make this the 5th straight knockout by Ryan Garcia. While people still questioning his power. The 5th straight knockout by Ryan Garcia. And Luke Campbell has never been stopped. Not to my knowledge. He's never been stopped. If he's been stopped, someone remind me in the chat. I don't think he's never been stopped. So, especially in this fashion, with a body shot that took the wind out of him, man couldn't inhale or exhale. Man, that man, slow day. I don't know. Tank knocked out a washed little man that moved up 2 weight classes. Ryan stopped the full size 135er, still at the top of his game. Facts. And hungry and starving. Last leg. This was a 2-time. This was probably one of his last chances in God knows how long, if a chance like this gonna come around again for Luke Campbell. So he was hungry. He was starving. And he's a full-fledged 135-pounder Olympic gold medalist that put little 22-year-old Ryan on his ass. That's what he did. And Ryan got back up, took the fight, put himself back in harm's way, remained explosive, got back on the exact same game plan that he pretty much did before the knockdown, and stopped this dude in dramatic fashion to the body. An Olympic gold medalist. I respect that, bro. A lot of people don't like to give my man Terrence Crawford credit for beating an Olympic gold medalist. Y'all better stop that, bro. Because an Olympic gold medalist means that man didn't seen every style you can imagine around the world. You know, he was groomed for this. This is someone that was groomed for this. And Ryan showed he was levels above him, you know, at 22 years old. Think about it, fam. Think about it. Think about it. I'm going to go down some. P. Noah says, yo, man, Ryan is the man at 135 right now. Facts. Well, you the man. When you think about that win, you're going to think about it in all contexts. Yeah, there's a lot of belts up there. Well, Teofimo really got that best win. You know, he beat Lomachenko. There's a lot of belts around, but when people drill down, other than Teofimo Lopez, I think he's the number one dude at the class to me. I mean, all of those belts, even when you look at his resume, the Nakatani win, the Comey win, of course, the Vasil Lomachenko win, Teofimo all day. But right behind him, it's gonna be a question mark who is really the number two dude at 135. Tank, yeah, Tank looked like the man, but he beat Gamboa. Devin got a belt, but who he beat? We're gonna drill down. We're gonna definitely drill down, fam. We're gonna drill down. Davis, Haney, Loma, and Lopez destroy this kid. Damn. So you think he lasts amongst the young gunners? If he fooled, he fooled. If he fooled, he fooled. This is why I'm saying Oscar got some thinking to do. Because does he really want to go down this road? Does he really want to go down this road? I think Oscar need that money, man. I think Oscar like, forget it, yo. I'm going to cash this kid in before Canelo get a hand on him. You know what I'm saying? Take him away from me. Haney and Tank will beat Luke. Haney and Tank will beat Luke. It's easy work, especially on a losing streak. Yeah, I see Haney and Tank beating Luke all day. But they haven't. That's the thing, though. I could say that all day, man. Look, man. Right. All I know, hip hop underworld. These are young fighters. We still learning, believe it or not. And I got to go back to it. There's a lot of hype surrounding these young fighters. Do we truly, truly, truly know how good they are? We still finding out. They are moved very carefully. They are all moved along their career trajectory in a way where it's a lot of fog on some of these fights. I'm convinced on Teofimo is the most convincing right now. And I mean, all around. I mean, when I say this, I mean, like Tank bringing up smaller fight, even down when he was down at 130, he was fighting 26 pounders, and now at 35, you know, he bringing, you know, Gamboa. So I want to know how good they really, really, truly, truly are. There's so much hype involved in this social media, internet era. There's so much hype involved where sometimes it's hard to tell. Sometimes it really is hard to tell. You know what I mean? And you know, even in Tank with the Leo Santa Cruz thing, like you went down in weight. With all this smoke we talking about now, he went down in weight to fight a guy after he's up at 135. That's what I mean. It's a lot of corners being cut. You went down in weight and fought Leo Santa Cruz, who had just came up from 26, and you met him at 30. But then again, you know what I mean? I don't want to. Leo Santa Cruz try to also do the weight cut thing and put the weight penalty on Tank Davis and all this stuff. But the fact still remains is at 135, it's going to be argued that that Ryan Garcia might just have the best win of all the young guns. Unless y'all want to put Gamboa above the Gamboa win above the Luke Campbell win. Riddle me that, fam. I'm gonna get up to the comments on this one. Answer that question for me. Do y'all put Tank Davis's Huey York's Gamboa win above this Luke Campbell win? I mean, be honest about that. Which one is more impressive? Keep in mind they're both young fighters. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the super chat, Puff's daddy. You know, Puff Saddy. Thank you for the super chat, fam. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. Much love. I appreciate you. So I mean, Which one do y'all think is more impressive? Be honest, fam. The Gamboa win because I can't think of Devin's wins. He beat Gamboa. I mean, if you're gonna say that, you can't say Devin's Gamboa win when Tank beat him first. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That's the one I'm really got to think about. I want to say the Luke Campbell win is the better win, but Luke lost, and he was already lost a couple times. He's already had 3 losses going into this fight. Gamboa didn't have 3 losses going into the Tank fight. Man, I got to think about that one. When Tank will eat this man alive, says Jay Carrillo. I think that's the consensus. I agree. I think stylistically right now, Ryan Garcia and Tank going to be an issue. But him and Devin, I think that's more on the playing field. He might, stylistically, though, him and Tank. But, yo, man, Ryan showed a lot of heart tonight, though. Y'all got to give him that. But keep this kid away from Tank. I feel y'all are overrating Luke. Garcia was great tonight, but Luke is not all that. He's not all that. Facts. But compare him to what everyone else did at the class outside of Teofimo. That's the point I'm making. He ain't all that. I agree with you. I'd see going into this fight, I thought it would be a dust up no matter way. I didn't think a stoppage would happen. I thought Ryan Garcia would win this on a unanimous or something like that, an 8-4, cruise like that. But when you actually put this and compare to what Tank did at the class, and you compare what Devin did, is there a better win? I got to ask that question. I mean, Luke Campbell ain't all that. And that says a lot about the young gunners. If Luke Campbell ain't all that yet, Ryan Garcia can possibly have the second best win of the class. That'll say a lot. It's a lot of hype going on. Y'all. It's a lot of hype going on. Luke was supposed to press the youngster, but he let him off the hook and he recovered. That's unlike a veteran. He didn't have it in him. Luke ain't never showed to have that in him, man. He ain't never showed to have that level of aggression in him. Never have. Not on the elite level. No, he had. He's always shown that he can be there. Not so much be aggressive on the elite. He can just be there. He can hang in there. He's always shown that. But Ryan Garcia always knew that he was the more explosive fighter, and volume punching was going to be a problem for this dude, and he couldn't keep up with a high pace. You know what I'm saying? He knew that. You know what I mean? My main man, Boxing Logics United in the super chat. Myron Magnus, peace and pugilism to the family. Everybody that hear the sound in my voice, check this channel out right here, man. This is a real live boxing man. This is my main man right here. Salute to the family. Happy New Year's to my main man, dog. Peace and pugilism. Congrats to Ryan. Showed he is a fighter. He need to work on his feet, though. Often out of position and flat, and keeps his chin too high all day. That is definitely the general consensus right there, fam. And I agree with everything you said, and I think it's even worse dealing with the fact that he was dealing with a southpaw tonight. You know what I mean? He just was totally unprepared for a southpaw. Eddie Reynoso's game plan tonight didn't line up well for Ryan Garcia against a southpaw. It just didn't. That doing what Canelo do, taking advantage of his Reynoso knew that Ryan was the more explosive fighter, fam. He knew that he was the more explosive, and he knew that he can constantly put it on this guy down the stretch. He was the younger fighter, the faster fighter, the more explosive. And normally with those combinations, with that combination of talent and a high pace, you can beat a guy like Luke Campbell. You know what I'm saying? And I think that either way, the plan B, that was going to be it. And that was going to be the fault. It's just that the stoppage came. They wasn't wavering away from that. You know what I mean? I don't see him being that bumbly and fumbly against a Gervonta Tank Davis. I think against an orthodox fighter, he'll try to sit on them punches, and he won't not be that Canelo-esque type dude. He'll go back to what Ryan that we knew, being much more agile, much more explosive, but doing it from the outside, staying outside of range, so he can, move outside of punches. That's what he's always been known to do. Not put himself right in the danger zone. You feel me? So I don't know, but he had some bumbling feet, and that chin was up in the air. Uppercut, sweet chin music. Salute to the fam. Salute to my brother P. Newell in the super chat. Much love to the family, man. Ryan versus Luke is the better win. There you go. I'm telling you, P. Newell, drilling down on this, it's looking like that. It's really looking like that. I can't think of Devin having a better win. Nothing he's done. No, this may be the second best win at the weight class. Love it or hate it. Love it or hate it. That tells me a lot, man. It's a lot of hype in these streets, dog. These dudes are good, or are they stepping up? Are they doing their thing or not? It's a lot of hype out here, Joe. If Luke Campbell is the second best win at the weight class, when you got Devin Haney, Tank Davis, you got Teofimo, he's number one, solidified. But you got these names there, and y'all telling me Ryan Garcia's win over Luke Campbell puts him at second as the second biggest win at the class. Interesting. That's interesting, fam. That's really interesting. Puffs Daddy in the super chat. Much love, family. Much love and appreciation to you, man. Much love and happy new year. Tank defense is not like that either. Took unnecessary punishment from Gamboa and Santa Cruz before the KO. Much love from Philly, and keep on doing your thing. Much love to you, family. That's a great point. That is a great point. And what did he do in that fight? Put himself right in the line of fire because he knew he was going to stop that dude. A lot of these fighters, when they come in there with that notion in their brain, I can stop this dude if I just change, keep that pace up real high, keep my combination, especially if I'm known to be a combination puncher and you're not known to be a counter puncher. And I don't think you have that dog in you anyway. You know what I mean? I'm going to put myself in the line. They putting themselves in the line of fire to get these stoppages, and they risk getting clipped. They risk it. And Ryan is a 22-year-old fighter. That's why I say for him to get back up and then go right back to what he was doing instead of falling back, becoming a matador, because he could have made Luke Campbell reach, and he could have teached all night. He technically could have made him a reach and teach situation. It could have became a reach and teach situation. But he chose to, once again, put himself right there, straight right there with that left hand in the line of fire, time and time again, because he knew that I'm going to overwhelm and I'm going to fold this dude. And that's much more theatrical. The networks ate this up tonight. Trust and believe. The networks ate this up like Scooby snacks tonight. Much love to the family, man. Yo, maybe Reynoso ain't the man to sort out them feet, man. Canelo had footwork issues for years. No, you see, that's the thing. Canelo worked for a long time. Like I always say, he be dancing in the ring. When you look at him in training camp, he be doing that dance that a lot of Mexican people would like to do. I forgot what y'all call it. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot. He puts a lot of that in his training camp. I'm sure he do like ballet. Like he's worked on his coordination to become as good as he has in that style. He's worked hard on. That's one thing I've always seen from Canelo over the years. You see him dancing. You see him working on his rhythm. Stamina has always been the issue, but he's always kept his rhythm going. And that's something that we have not seen from Ryan Garcia. You see Ryan on these workout things, tap, looking all fast. That look good, but you don't see him doing nothing with no rhythm. You just see him looking like a robot, trained like a robot to hit fast and to swing fast and to be explosive. And that makes him stiff. You don't see him training with no rhythm. And that's the one thing that Eddie Reynoso and I'm sure Canelo is looking at like, kid, you need some rhythm. You need to get into a dance class. You and your girl need to go out and you need to become a dancer. You need to go out and get some rhythm. And that's what he need to loosen up. You know what I mean? And the move. If you're going to be in that style, you got to know that upper body got to be moving smooth. It can't be stiff and like I said, unless you just know I'm going to take a licking and keep on ticking with this dude. But that was dangerous for 22-year-old Ryan because he got put on his ass. But he put himself there. You know what I mean? He also went from being considered stiff to having what many consider some of the best head and upper body movement. Mexican fighters are not known for dancing and being light on their feet. That's what I mean. It took Canelo a long time to work on that. When you look at Canelo from Floyd and you look at Canelo today, you see two totally different Canelos. You see a Canelo, like in that fight, he was really similar to what Ryan did tonight. It's just that who Ryan was fighting was nowhere near as good as Floyd Mayweather, but it was very similar. That nervous energy, very stiff, just not doing things properly, putting your chin straight up in the air a lot, not bending your legs, not really getting that foot proper placement, stepping on the other guy's feet, bumbling, not really getting there. He couldn't sit down on a lot of his punches because a lot of his footwork was bumbling. But you learn. It takes time. It's going to take some time. And Ryan's got to work on rhythm. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Not be the robot. Not if I press number 5, boop, he can throw 100 punches in 2 minutes. A robot. You know what I mean? Rhythm. Become more comfortable. Calm down. Become more smooth. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. Salute to the fam, man. Back in the super chat, man. Loma's resume lowers tonight. Loma's resume lowers tonight. Oh, because he beat Luke Campbell, and Luke Campbell losing to young Ryan tonight. But you know, that stinking fight, man, that was for like the franchise. That's when the franchise situation and everything started to come into play too, bro. So yeah, you got definitely lowered tonight. You know what I mean? If you losing to a 22-year-old, you know, that's in a step-up fight, well, Loma, I guess that win wasn't as good. I mean, but at the time, Luke at that time when he lost to Loma, to be honest, it's the same fighter. He was never impressive, bro. He wasn't impressive he just was never next level impressive to me. You know, he came over here. He was supposed to invade this country. Him and Anthony Corolla, they were supposed to be the next it fighters from the UK. They invade that weight class. They came over here, man, and both of them ran into brick walls. Both of them ran into Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Thanks, Jay. Salute to you, family. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Primalek says Ryan is very flat-footed though, and he needs to work on that. Yeah, but I mean, I think tonight, man. I think we'll see, man. I've never seen him that flat-footed. He can move on his toes. I've seen him move on his toes. I've seen him move on his toes, plant and swing. Move on his toes, get to a point, plant, and become explosive. I mean, lure opponents into big shots. I've seen him move, plant, bam, and pop that left hook out there. Yo, his footwork is normally on point. I'm telling y'all, man, he fought something. He put himself in the line of danger, and he was working on things. And he fought a southpaw, and he did not prepare for a southpaw. I'm telling y'all, man. Luke, man, just limited as we all thought he was going to look tonight. You know, I thought he was going to be limited going into this fight, and that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? Thumbs up for the fam, man. Thumbs up for the fam, man. I'm about to get up out of here. I've been talking for probably about an hour, man. I'm going to take a few more comments, and I'm going to see what's goody. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see what's goody, man. Rahman says, yo, man, how do you train to prevent being flat-footed? Is rope the answer? Rope is definitely the answer, but also, like I just said, dancing, rhythm. You know what I mean? If you want to play certain sports, play sports like tennis. Work on things that's going to give you some rhythm, more swimming. You know what I mean? These are the things that give you rhythm. He needs rhythm. He needs to relax and have much more rhythm. That is the one thing I'm telling y'all that Canelo was missing. He added that ingredient and worked on his stamina so he can go deep and be strong going deep into these fights, crushing the body. Worked on his stamina, worked on his rhythm. That would help him from not being flat-footed. He was looking for power shots tonight too, man. He wanted to sit down on those punches. He wanted that stoppage. He did not want to go in there and look ordinary tonight. He put himself in the line of fire, and he wanted that stoppage, and he got exactly what he wanted. I respect that. I got a lot of respect for that, man. But like I tell, I want y'all to leave with this, knowing this tonight. If Oscar goes forward with the Gervonta Tank Davis fight, I don't think stylistically right now, I think it's going to be an issue for Ryan Garcia with that chin being straight up in the air like that. I don't think his footwork will be as much as a problem as people would say going forward. I think going against an orthodox, hold on. I take that back. Maybe his footwork will be a problem against Tank. I don't know. But then again, I think it'll get better. I've never seen him stumble. I just thought about something. I'm sorry. I've never seen him stumble that bad. I've never seen him look that bad his footwork has never been raised to be a concern. I think he was working on things tonight, but I still think that Tank gets him. I think Tank is too hard of a puncher. I think Tank will walk him down right now. You know what I mean? But that just remains to be seen. It'll be interesting to see if Oscar's going to put this kid in the line of fire. But I do believe that Oscar knows that Canelo and Eddie Reynoso's promotional company is looming, and he may want to get Ryan into that big fight as soon as possible. You know what I mean? We'll see how this all works out. Ryan Garcia also had an original plan. I want people to keep in mind. He said originally he wanted to face Jorge Linares. Maybe he pivots back there. We know by winning tonight, He became the WBC mandatory, the second mandatory to Devin Haney's title. So Devin Haney got one in Javier Fortuna, and now with Ryan Garcia. Eddie Hearn telling the world, I'm gonna put my foot on the gas, try to make us get that Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight. But Ryan Garcia and Oscar is looking towards Gervonta Tank Davis. Let's see how it works out. I see y'all tomorrow when we talking boxing. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Great fight tonight. Theatrical ending. Ryan Garcia stops Luke Campbell, the former gold medalist. It's over for Luke. It's over for Cool Hand Luke. Stops him in the seventh round KO with a body shot. Beautiful shot. Ryan Garcia answering several questions tonight, and it's going to give a lot of people a lot of talking points tonight with this footwork and chin thing, but we'll see how it works out. To the next video. I see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night, and I catch up with y'all real soon. Until the next video.